guys, so I'm going to be showing y'all how I made this pull-apart cake for 4th of July. I made specifically vanilla cupcakes for these from scratch, and this is how I made them. Keep in mind, this is supposed to be a low sugar recipe. Start off by beating a 1/3 cup of plain Greek yogurt with 4 tablespoons of butter at room temperature, 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 3 whole eggs and 1 egg white, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, a 1/4 cup of honey, and 3/4 cups of milk. Or water if you don't have milk. Alright, then you're going to add 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, unless you used salted butter. Once all of the ingredients are well combined, you can go right on ahead and start pouring the batter into the cupcake liners, and this should make about 18 cupcakes max. But yeah, so just be sure you have your oven preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and put the cupcakes to bake for 20 to 24 minutes or whenever you insert a toothpick and it comes out clean. They should be looking golden brown. Alright, now as for the decor, so I am now using specifically Watkins, or however you pronounce it, their food coloring, since it is artificial free, as you guys can see. But anyways, so yeah, I'm using this for the whipped cream. So you are going to need 1 cup of heavy cream, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and then so the first batch you can leave plain, just leave it plain white. Then the second batch you are going to add a few drops of the red food coloring, and since it comes out pink, I would highly recommend to add about 6 tablespoons of cocoa powder to like darken it, that way it's like somewhat reddish. And then the next batch you're just going to add blue food coloring. And then for the red, I would also add like maybe just 2 more tablespoons of sugar. That way the sweetness is still balanced. And as you guys can see, I already put those 3 batches of whipped cream into a piping bag. And now this is totally up to you if you want to use a piping tip, because this is your pull apart cake. I just wanted to do it simple, so I didn't use a piping tip. But yeah, and so here I did, so the first row with red, and you see how I kept like touching up, that way the cupcake liners, like the tip of it was also covered. And the same thing with white and blue, and then I smeared them together because I kind of wanted it to look a little bit like a patriotic tie-dye a little bit. And then so I piped those words, God bless the USA, and so now here I am adding stars. To those who want to learn, or see how I do it, here it is. I mean, I find it pretty simple doing it this way. As you guys can see, this is how my pull-apart cake came out. And you don't have to make this for just 4th of July. You could also make this for Veterans Day, Memorial Day, any patriotic holiday. Hope you guys try this out.